Well, we're about to get underway here for the 1996 Wodonga Junior Football League Grand Final. This is the under-15 team, St Pat's versus Rutherglen, and both teams recording victories earlier on, St Pat's in the under-13s and Corowa in the under-14s. Righto, the first bounce of the ball goes up in the air, passed out by St Patrick's. The ball comes down to the ground. Rutherglen player there grabbed, I thought, a little bit high. The play on is the call, and eventually there'll be a bounce down. Virtually back in the centre of the ground where they started from. There's the bounce down. Punched away by St Patrick's, who got control of the ball at this present stage. Down to the forward pocket area there. Looking for Carl Jacker, who's somewhat of a goal sneak. And misses there, goes across the boundary line for another throw-in. Now, Carl Jack, as I mentioned earlier on, 43 goals for the season. So, got a fantastic record. Now, there's the throw-in. Gone back out of bounds. For yet again another throw-in. So, not a lot of action yet, but only into the first minute or so into the first term. There's the throw-in. Picked up here by Lord. That's Wes Lord. Now the umpire's blown the whistle here. Going to be a free kick. It's going to go St Patrick's way. And Kotzer will take the kick. Will kick from around about 40, or just over 40 metres, probably 42, 43 metres out from goals. You should be able to put this right into the goal square. So Kotzer with the kick for St Patrick's. There's the ball on its way. A nice looking kick. That wasn't touched, that. That is through for a goal. A great goal from 45 metres out to Cade Kotzer. And the first score of the game going to St Patrick's was a goal scored there in the opening 2 minutes. So St Pat's 1 goal, 6 points, lead Rutherglen yet to score. That was a great kick because he kicked it probably just inside the 50, so 45 metres out. Players flew for the ball, went through all their hands and untouched, straight through for a goal. So well done to the St Patrick's team. First goal for the game. As I mentioned before, just keep an eye on Carl Jacker, as we said earlier on, 43 for the season. And you've got to go back to players like Brendan Kieran back in the, I suppose, the early 80s or mid 80s, and to find a goal kicker like Jacker. Anyhow, the ball is back in play. It's gone out of bounds in the central wing area on the far side of the ground here at Lavington. Ball about to be thrown in. Kotzer will do the ruck work there for St Pat's. Wallace for Rutherglen. Picked up here by Dodd, that's Greg Dodd. Ball goes around the boundary line, eventually to Carroll. And he can't control the ball. It'll be a boundary throw in. 60 metres away from the St Pat's goal scoring area. We've played about 3 minutes, already 1 goal to the St Patrick's team. A 6-point leaders as the ball is about to be thrown in once again. Kotzer versus Wallace. Wallace gets it down. Only as far there as across. Kicks the ball deep into the territory. A great mark taken here by Fons. He plays on offline though. And was it Fons? It might have been O'Connor. Hard to pick him up over there at the moment. It's offline and through for a point. So a 7-point lead so far after playing just over 3 minutes into the opening turn of the grand final. Anderson will take the kick from the back line. Goes in short. Finds his teammate there in Ferguson. Big lump of a boy, Ferguson, plays on, keeps it nice and low, spills through the hands. Picked up here by Dodd, swings around, and the kick only as far there as the number 8 player, I think it was, Defletson. Mark almost taken by Kotzer, spills to the ground. Chasing the ball there is Presnell, can't pick it up. Going in after it also was Greg Dodd there. Very close to the boundary line. In fact, the whistle is blown for another throw-in. So 4 minutes into the first term, St Pat's lead 1-1-7. Rutherglen yet to score. Here's the boundary throw in the central wing area. Does the ruck work in the kicking, Kotzer himself. Gets it away. Looking for Fons. Beats Fons. And for another boundary throw-in. It's time 35 to 40 metres out from the goals. St Patrick's scoring end it is. To the left-hand side of your screen. Doing the ruck work there was Carroll for St Pat's. Once again, very close to the boundary line. Still in there. There's the kick. Up into the forward pocket area. Plenty of Corowa players there. They try and raffle it. It's kicked off the ground here by St. Pat's. The player swings around, has a kick over his right shoulder, fails. Ball spills to the ground. Couldn't be picked up there by O'Rourke. Jacka was the player that shot towards goals. Goes back towards the centre half forward area. Trying to pick it up was Presnell. Couldn't do it so. Going in hard there was Turton for St. Pat's. And there's going to be a free kick to the Corowa team here. And this will be taken by Hornsey. Warren Hornsey it is, for the Corowa team. Drives him onto the central wing area. Nice scoop up by McLean almost. Got his head taken off. He'll get a free kick here, right below the broadcast area. So McLean with the ball. He'll take the free kick on the central wing. Played about 4.5 minutes in the opening term. A 7-point lead so far to the St. Patrick's team. The mark taken by Hornsey. He's quick to play on. They've got the numbers at the back there. High flyer there was Matthews. Couldn't take the mark. St. Patrick's driver back to the central wing area. Here's a chase for the ball. Corowa, they get to it first. Tap it towards the boundary line. Almost over the boundary line then. Play on is the call. Still, they come out with the ball, Corowa. McLean has the ball. Hand pass to his teammate. Couldn't handle it. That was Reynoldson. Play on is the call. St. Patrick's kick it out, but straight to a North Auburn, straight to a Corowa Rutherglen player there. And it's going to be a free kick for a tackle too high. There's the kick towards the centre half forward area. Plenty of flyers, but no grabbers there. Hicks after the ball. He's the captain for the Corowa team. Ball spills to the ground. That's Telford. The ball kicked up off the ground here by Lord towards the centre half forward area. Linneman has a shot towards goals. Doesn't make the distance. The ball spills to the ground and will go through for a point. So the first score for the Corowa team. They now trail by 6 points. St. Pat's 1-1-7. Corowa Rutherglen 1 point. Here's the kick back in for the St. Patrick's team. Looking for Brown. Can't control the ball. And again, it'll go over the boundary line for another throw-in. So a 6-point lead. We've played around about 8 minutes or 7 minutes into this opening term. Kotzer does the ruck work, follows up nicely, picks it up close to the boundary line. There's the kick. It's a nice one, carries plenty of territory. And a good mark taken by Wayne Carroll. Overhead mark there, Michael Carroll rather, overhead mark. Play on now. Back towards the centre half forward area. First to the ball there was Jacket, couldn't control it. It's kicked up off the ground. Corowa Rutherglen now have possession. They can't pick it up. Off the ground they go. St. Pat's come through. The player there is Gilson. It's going to be a free kick and it's going to go St. Patrick's way to be taken by Carroll. Carroll right in the centre of the ground. A nice looking kick, drives it up the centre half forward. Almost a mark taken by Corowa. They couldn't handle it. They get a short kick out. Here's the player in Linneman, I think it is, who gets the ball out towards the central wing area. It's bouncing very, very close to the line. It's kept in nicely here by Wes Lord. He plays onto his left foot. He spots a player downfield. It's a nice looking kick and a great mark taken here by McLean. Off goes McLean, 60 metres out. Here's the pass. Almost got the player there in Goody, I think it was, but couldn't quite take it. The ball comes now to Wes Lord. Lord wants to play on the left foot. Spots his teammate in the pocket there in Mills, and Mills takes the mark. 45 metres out from goals. He drives it deep into their territory, and a great mark taken out here, and that was by Matthews, I think it was, for the Corowa team. So Matthews with an opportunity here to level the scores. He's going to shoot from around about 25 metres out from goal, so no problems as far as the distance is concerned here for Matthews. That's Adam Matthews. He'll be shooting for his first and also Corowa's first. Chance to level the scores here, 25 metres out from goals. Probably kick from 30. There's the kick, on its way. The distance is not quite there, and it's been touched and through for a point. Well, he had plenty of room to run forward a bit more there. He kicked it well in front of the man on the mark. And that may have well been the difference, because the accuracy was good but the distance wasn't. Ball now kicked out. Finds a St. Patrick's player there in Turton. Not Turton rather, that was Cross. Cross now, spots Fonz, can't get the mark there. Ball coming very close to the boundary line and eventually will go over the bounds for another throw in. That was Ian Maiden actually there, number 18. Ian Maiden, number 18 there for the St. Patrick's team. The ball tapped down there by Fenn for Corowa. Comes back down to the ground. Off the ground goes Kotzer. Coming through the pack there was Fonz for St Patrick's team off the ground. Looking for it was Presnell. The ball still on the ground. Doing a lot of shepherding there was Wallace for Corowa. The ball eventually spills out. Picked up here by Fons. Fons gets a very quick kick in indeed. Up towards the centre of the ground. The ball spills down. Corowa have control. They go forward once again up to the centre half forward area. Going in after the ball there was Cross. And there's going to be a free kick taken here by Reynoldson. Got one a little bit high there. So centre half forward. Reynoldson with the ball. He spots a move down forward. Here's the kick up to the full forward area there. Couldn't take the mark, Matthews. It comes to the ground once again. Going through there was Daly. Couldn't control. Kick off the ground by St Pat's. Finds the player there in Cross. Cross gets the ball out now. Gets it out to Maiden. Goes for a bit of a gallop. Finds his left foot. And a beautifully weighted left foot kick to straight to the hands of O'Rourke. Dodges, weaves, spins around, kicks it into the man on the mark there. Play on is the caller. He backs himself up though again, O'Rourke. He goes forward into the centre half forward area. No one at home for St Pat's. For Rutherglen. Off the ground. Here's a goal coming up. And a great goal by Carl Jacker. That makes it 44 goals for the season. Jacker kicks his first. He kicks St Patrick's second. And they now take the leader. 2 goals, 1. Well, I had the lead to start with. What am I saying? 2 goals, 1, 13. Lead Rutherglen, 2 minors. They're only 2 points, so 11-point lead so far to the St Patrick's team. We're played just over 10 minutes into the opening term. They certainly do move the ball very quickly. The St Patrick's team, once they get it going. So the ball about to be passed back into the centre of the ground. Just looking at the crowd, it really has built up nicely here. The clouds are starting to shift here. You can see plenty of sunshine here this afternoon, virtually ideal conditions. Back in the centre, 11-point lead to St Pat's. They go forward again. A big punch there in the ruck. Eventually picked up there by Maiden, gets the ball out. Up towards the player there in Jacket, couldn't control it. He might get a second bite of the cherry. A beautiful scoop, picks it up. A hand pass to his teammate here. What's happened here? It's right in the centre there. He couldn't quite kick a goal. That was O'Rourke, and eventually it's forced through for a minor behind there. So 2-2-14, 2 behind's Corowa, 12-point lead. We've played 12 minutes into the opening term of the grand final for 1996. Ball about to be kicked in. That's Matthews. Short pass. Didn't come off. Picked up there by St Patrick's. But now cleared by Corowa once again. In after the ball there was Reynoldson for Corowa. Ball cleared out towards the centre half back area. Overrunning it was Presnell. Pushed off the ground. St Pat's have the numbers there. Going through was Dodd. That's Greg Dodd. Going through solidly. Hand pass comes out. Picked up there by Lineman, the lineman. Lineman cleared it out for Corowa, but it's very congested over there at the moment. And they found a free kick. It's going to go to Luke Daly there for Corowa. So centre half back for the Corowa team. Luke Daly got the ball. Kicks it virtually up the centre half forward now in attack. And a good grab at the back there by McLean. McLean's got the ball. He's had quite a few touches in the opening turn. He's got a player here in Lynham. Lynham takes the mark. A well-weighted kick there. Finds him and hits him right on the breadbasket. Here's the kick up to the forward area. Corowa's got the numbers here. Almost a good mark taken. Picked up here by Mills. Mills kicks a quick shot at goals, and it's through for a point. They were looking for the player there, and Adam Matthews couldn't quite get him. So a point there for Corowa. Takes them along to 3 points now. Still in the rears of St Patrick's, who are 2-2-14. Once again, the kick out. Lynham couldn't take the mark. Comes down to St Patrick's. The ball's kicked out. Maiden chasing the ball. Can't control it. Falls down here to Gilson. Gilson gets a quick kick in. All St Patrick's, they've got the numbers there. Here's a kick by Carroll. Carroll kicks it, but straight to the Corowa player, who tries to clear it. He kicks into an open paddock. No players for a minute. Corowa pick it up. Here's a quick kick off the right boot, back to the centre half forward. Straight down the throat of Fons. Fons is quick to play on. He kicks it towards the forward area there. Maiden after the ball, can't control. He taps it in front of him. Down it goes. But Corowa have the numbers. There's 4 or 5 in there. They could raffle it. A hand pass over there to Carroll. Not Carroll, rather, that was McLean. McLean runs through the pack. Kicks it up to the centre half forward area. Looking for the full forward there in Matthews. He swings around, puts it on his right foot. They got a good bounce. Here's a kick over the shoulder here by Hornsey. It's offline and through for a point only. Well, they're getting opportunities, aren't they, Corowa? They've kicked 4 behinds now. They've had equal amount of scoring opportunities of what St Pat's have. They've kicked 2-2, but they are 14 points. A 10-point lead. We've played to 14 and a half minutes into the opening term. There's the kick out, a nice kick too. And a great mark taken overhead there by Kotzer. Kotzer with the ball at centre half back, swings around on the right hand side. He drills it out towards Dodd out there on the wing. Dodd has the run of the ball, it bounces, sits up for him nicely. A hand pass across to O'Connor. O'Connor goes forward into the forward pocket area. They've taken the ball up very quickly. Slipping over there was Carl Jacker, the full forward, at a crucial time. The ball almost out of bounds on the full there. Greg Dodd calling for it out in the full, but it's going to be two. So Dodd will take the free kick there in the forward pocket for St Patrick's. Be looking for Jackie, you'd imagine. They kick it into the full forward area there. Can't pick it up. Off the ground, there goes Fonz. Ball spills to the ground. In after it there was Carroll. Coming out with the ball though was Daly there for the Corowa team. They clear it momentarily. Out after it is Wallace. He can't pick it up. Going in solidly there also is O'Connor. Ball eventually fills down to Ferguson. Ferguson clears it for the Corowa team. And a nice bounce there too for Hornsey. Hornsey along the ground. He grubbers it up to the centre half forward area. Corowa in chase of the ball. And well done by this young fellow from the Corowa team. He lines up the sticks. No one at home. It's all St Patrick's. And the mark to be taken by Cameron. Cameron's got the ball. He tries to clear it. A torpedo. Oh, it's a huge kick. It's gone over the 50-metre mark there. Lynham and Gilson. Gilson shows plenty of courage. The hand pass out to Turton. Turton back towards the centre of the ground there. Looking for Brown. Brown traps it. Gets the hand pass out. They've got the numbers there. Ball picked up by Carroll on the right foot. It goes straight to Corowa though. They'll be able to clear it now past the centre of the ground. Heading back towards the centre half forward area. Here's the punch from behind there by Lynham. Not Lynham, Wallace it was for Corowa. He gets a quick kick in towards the forward pocket area. He's looking for his teammate and Matthews. Matthews unloads the hand pass. Here's the kick towards the goals. It looks pretty good from here. And it's a great goal to Corowa. And a much needed goal for the Corowa team as well. And that was kicked there by Hornsey, I think it was, Warren Hornsey. It was Warren Hornsey kicking the goal there for the Corowa team. So we've played, 17 minutes into the opening term. Corowa 1 goal for 10 points lead. St Pat's still lead though, 2 goals to 14 points. So a 4-point lead at the 17-minute mark. St Patrick's have had most of the ball, but Corowa have had more scoring opportunities. And they've let them go by really, scoring only the 1 goal. So a 4-point lead to St Pat's, the ball back into the centre of the ground. 17 minutes into the opening term. The ball punched down by Kotzer. Going through strongly there was Hicks, the captain of the Corowa team. Ball spills out. Back towards the centre of the ground. Diving on it there was Gilson for St Patrick's. Falls out once again. There's plenty of players around the pill here. Picked up by Kotzer. Gets it on the right foot. Down towards the centre half forward or the forward flank area there. Going through there was Todd Brown for St Patrick's. The ball cleared though towards Gilson. Brown back after it. He shuffles it out to Dodd. Dodd gets pushed off the ball there by Ferguson. Could have been a free kick, but it wasn't rewarded. Ferguson's kick was smothered. Dodd overruns the ball. Back towards the far central wing area there. And once again, it's going to go out of bounds for another boundary throw-in. Well, it's warming up. This is warming up to be a fantastic game, really, when you look at it. 1-4 Corowa, 10. St Patrick's 2-2 14. A free kick for Corowa here. Missed that. Here's the kick. High flyer there was across. Couldn't take it. Kick back out, finds Gilson, swings around deep, right on the boundary line, could even be out in the full nearly. Either way, it'll be a free kick here to Ferguson. We'll pay him the mark for the effort. Ferguson. That was appropriate. He was flying high underneath the Hazelden sign. Kicks it. The flyer there was Carroll for St Pat's, couldn't handle it. Oh! Maiden had his head knocked off early there. Play on is the call. They take advantage up to the forward area. Oh, they went straight over the head of the St Pat's player there. O'Rourke with the ball. Tries to do something with it. Jacker off the ground. Here's a chance for Jacker. He dribbles it through and a great goal for the full forward. That's 45 for the season. And Carl Jacker threads one home for the St Patrick's team. So 3 goals to 20. They've doubled Corowa score now. 1 goal for 10 points. A 10-point lead. We've played 18 and a half, nearly 19 minutes into the first term here in the grand final. Well played by the St Patrick's. As I mentioned before, they really do move that ball forward very quickly. And Jacker with 2 goals so far in the first term, taking his overall tally for the season to 45 goals. Kotzer a single for the St Patrick's team, whilst for the Rutherglen team, Warren Hornsey is the sole goal scorer there. Peter Kroski, coach of the St Patrick's team. Des Presnell is the the manager there, as they go forward once again. That was Maiden kicking the ball up towards the player there in Fonz. Fonz unloads it to Brown. Cop one high. Play on was the call. And thereafter it was Carroll. Carroll tries to pick the ball up. It's right in the full forward area there for St. Pat's. He cops a bump in the back there from Ferguson. Play on is the call. Picked up by Collins. He tries to clear. Gilson, almost a spectacular mark there. Play on again. Corowa have the numbers. They come out of defence nicely along the central wing area. Here's the ball. And it's eventually going to go over the boundary line for a throw-in. Siren's gone though to end the first term, and a very good first term. Rutherglen on the scoreboard, 1-4-10. St. Patrick's leading though, 3 goals, 2-20, a 10-point lead after the first quarter. 2 goals to AWJF, 1 to Kotzer for St. Patrick's, and 1 to Warren Hornsey for the Rutherglen team. We'll take a break. Back shortly for the second quarter of the grand final. The under-15 St. Patrick's versus Corowa for 1996. Well, welcome back for the second term, and at the moment it's a lead of 10 points to the St. Patrick's team here. There's the ball back at the centre there, the ball kicked out by Cross, goes up high, mark taken by Fenn. I don't know if they've travelled the 10 metres or not, but they'll pay it. Fenn with the ball now, up to the right-hand side there. Well, going in solidly there was Telford to take the mark for St. Patrick's in defence. Telford comes out, here's the kick. Almost taken by Fenn again. Gilson goes through off the ground. Good piece of football there. Unfortunately goes straight to Hicks, the captain of Corowa. Kicks him back into attack. Mark taken now by Todd Brown, so it's been going back and forth in the opening 60 seconds of this game. And there's mark taken by Carroll. Carroll's got the ball now to virtually in the centre of the ground. He's looking to put it up the centre half forward area. Carroll kicks it in. Bunch of players there. Not much doing at the moment. Cleared by Daly for Corowa though, out to the central wing area. Well, mark dropped there, should have been taken by Lynham, and we're going to have a ball up over there on the central wing area. Tackled there on that occasion by Justin Turton. So on the central wing, a 10-point lead to St. Patrick's at the moment. There's the bounce down. Punched by Kotzer there for St. Patrick's. Gains 20 or 30 metres. In chase for the ball is Hicks for Corowa. It's tunnelled through. Ball comes back there to O'Donoghue. Ball on the ground once again. Not a great deal doing at the moment. There goes Fonz through the pack. Up there looking for Maiden. They can't control the ball. And over the boundary line for another throw-in. You're a 10-point lead here to St. Pat's over the Rutherglen team. Rutherglen have had more scoring opportunities, but St. Pat's have been able to capitalise on theirs. Here's the throw-in. One down by Ferguson. Back down towards the forward pocket area. And Carl Jacker there for the St. Patrick's team. This time around about only about 15 metres away from the St. Pat's goals. 10-point leaders. We're played 2 minutes into the second quarter. Of course, the Albury-Lamington match coming up next, the under-17s. Here's the ball thrown in. Picked up by Maiden. Swings it across his boot. And the mark taken here by O'Rourke, virtually in the centre of the ground, and should put through what you'd think another goal for St. Patrick's to stretch the lead to 16 points. Now they're putting him on an angle here. And that's a woeful angle. That's a terrible decision by the umpire. He plays on, goes short, couldn't take the mark. Ball still down there near the full forward area. Eventually picked up by Corowa. The ball smothered. They might get out of this, Corowa, yet. Kicked away there by Doig. Only as far as Kotzer though. Picks the ball up, swings around onto the right foot. Here's the shot at goals. Maiden at the back of the pack, picks it up, swings around, but it's gone out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. Yeah, that was an ordinary decision there by the umpire. The putting on the angle. What happens, I suppose, in footy. There's the ball, tapped down. Now Maiden, they're trying hard for St. Pat's. Picked up by Corowa. They clear it out towards the 50-metre line. But St. Pat's have the numbers to the ball. Picked up by Dodd. He's caught with the ball, and it's going to be a free kick, is it? Too high is the decision, so Dodd with the ball. Play on is the call. Mark taken, or almost taken there by St. Patrick's. Play on is the call. The ball about to be shuffled out there. Looks like by Matthews. Now going through with St. Pat's was Brown. The ball cleared now into the forward area, or centre half forward area anyway. Ball comes down to Corowa again. They kick the ball. He was unloaded there. A great tackle. It spills down to Gilson. Gilson gets the hand pass out looking for a Presnell, but it's touched and over the boundary. So another throw, this time right on the 50-metre mark here in the territory of the St. Patrick's team. Cots with it, does the ruck work at the back against Wallace. The ball spills down to Hicks, the captain. He clears the ball for Corowa. Out the back though, waiting for St. Patrick's there though was Cross. Cross gets the kick in up the centre half forward area, and almost a good mark taken there by Lynham. He gets possession of the ball though, well done. Gets a clearing kick out towards the central wing area and clears him out of defence at the moment. Out after the ball there was Telford for St. Patrick's. He's got plenty of room. He's got assistance there from Dodd and also Turton. He goes in short. They couldn't quite take the mark there. Play on is the call. And eventually the umpire blows his whistle. I've forgotten he had a whistle there at one stage, but he's blown the whistle, and he's going to give the free kick to Corowa. Back towards the centre part of the ground. Picked up here by Mills. Mills on the right foot towards the forward pocket area for Corowa. Slipping over the vital stage was the St. Patrick's player, but he does shuffle it back. Mark taken by Fons. Gets the hand pass out here, looks like Presnell. Overrunning it a shade there was Wesley. Dodd comes through. Hand pass back to Turton. Turton now kicks it up the centre half forward area. Couldn't take the mark there. That was the player in Fons, I think it was. He gets a hand pass out looking for Jacker. Jacker now for a chance to go forward and kick a goal here. Now he picks it up. He dodges Weaves. He needs to take a bounce very shortly. How long? He's got to be penalised. And eventually Damien Ferguson, with that persistence, he gets the free kick. Ferguson now tries to kick it out of danger. St. Pat's have the numbers there though. Joshua Cross picks it up, gets on a little bit high, could have got a free kick, but it goes down to the forward area anyway. Then passed out there by Jacker. Jacker unloads the ball to Brown. Brown shies towards the goals, couldn't quite make it. In there goes Maiden. Maiden can't get his foot on the ball. It's going to be a free kick pointed out here to Maiden. I'm not 100% sure what that was for, but Maiden will take the free kick. And he will shoot from around about probably 25 to 30 metres out from the goal. So on a slight angle in the right-hand pocket here at the oval. Maiden, chance to put the St. Patrick team further in front. Ian Maiden kicks. It's gone to the right, but he's squeezed it through. So Ian Maiden kicks his first for the day, and St. Patrick's now with 4 goals on the scoreboard to the Rutherglen team, just the one. So on top of the Corowa team, St. Patrick's are at the moment. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. 4 goals, 2, 26. 1 goal, 4, 10 points. So a 16-point lead. So what, virtually 3 kicks behind at the moment are the Corowa team. 6 scoring shots to 5. So they've had plenty of the ball, Rutherglen, but they just haven't been able to capitalise on the scoring there. 16-point lead. We've played, about 7 minutes into the second term here. Ball back in the centre of the ground. Punched down by Corowa. Going through was Dodd. Picks the ball up. He offloads to his teammate. They stream along the central wing area. And a great mark taken here. Beautifully by Maiden. He's quick to play on. The kick was a bit ordinary towards Jacker. And eventually the ball will go out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Looks impressive, doesn't he, Maiden, when he gets the ball? Very quick. Loves to play on. And obviously can kick a goal. So he's got a lot going for him. Here's the boundary throw in. One down by Carroll. Ball comes out to Corowa though. That's going to go close to the boundary line, but it just sneaks inside it, and we'll have a throw. You can see the crowd there on the screen up in the grandstand on your right-hand side there, and around near the kiosk. It's really starting to build up here. Of course, the game between Albury and Lavington should be a bumper crowd here. Be interesting to see the attendance here this afternoon. It's a very good one though. Magnificent amenities. Kotzer with the ball there, gets a quick kick, only as far as one of the Corowa players there. Who free kick coming out here. That's for O'Connor. O'Connor goes forward, and you'll find Jacker, who's lining up for his 46th goal for the season. Big lump of a lad. Looks like he's got a very good future ahead of him. So Jacker lining up for his 3rd. He kicked 2 in the first quarter, and he'll kick this from around about. He should kick from around about 30 metres out from goals. He's directly in front. Nice kick of the ball. This is his 46th for the season if he's able to put this through. Here's the kick on its way. It looks good from here. It is. It's straight through. He kept it nice and low. So Jacker gets his 3rd. St. Patrick's go further in front. now lead by 22 points. 3 for Jacko, 1 for Maiden, 1 for Kotzer, whilst for Corowa, the sole goal scorer there is Warren Hornsey. So 22-point lead now to the St Patrick's team. 5 goals to 32 to 1 for 10 points. We've played just on 10 minutes into the second term here. Ball back into the centre of the ground again. Here's the bounce down. Falls to the ground. Going through for Corowa there was McLean. Has the ball, puts it on his right foot. He's got plenty of air underneath it. Free kick has been pointed out. It's going to go downfield there. And it'll be taken, I think, by Brett O'Donoghue, it looks like. Down in the forward pocket area. Kick short, but effective though. And finds Wes Lord. So, Lord with the ball. He's had a couple of kicks earlier in the game. A chance for him to kick his first. He's going to kick from around about 30 metres out from goals. He's on a pretty good angle though. Well, a pretty hard angle, I should say. But Lord comes in, leans back into it. Nice looking kick. I think it's offline, is it? It is, it's through for a point. So the difference now just 21 points. Well, when I say just 21 points, it reduced to 21 points. 1 goal, 5, 11, plays 5-2-32. A 21-point lead to the St Patrick's team. We've paid 11 points into the second term. Ball back into play here, picked up by Hicks. Hicks has a quick shot towards goals. It goes across the face of goals and almost a mark taken there by Cameron, but eventually goes out of bounds for a boundary throw in. Right up against the point post here, left-hand side of the screen. This is the Corowa scoring end at the moment. Here's the throw in. Shot towards goals there by Daly. It was smothered. Ball comes back, still near the goal scoring area. Corowa still deep into attack. Hand pass out to McLean. McLean gets it across to his teammate. And what's happened? It's going back, I think. What's going on here? Kotzer is having a few... Not Kotzer, yeah, Kotzer. Having a few words with the umpire there. It's going to come back. So the free kick will be taken about 20 metres out from the goals. Corowa player just coming in to have a shot at the goals. And it's offline and through for a point only. So they're not capitalising, are they, the Corowa team? 1-6-12 points to 5-2-32. So a 20-point lead to the St Patrick's team. We've played, just on 12 minutes into the second term. Ball back out to the central. The umpire's found a free kick here. Looks like it's going to go Corowa's way. In fact, it'll be taken there by Dustin Mills. Mills with the free kick inside the 50. He tries to centre it. And a great mark here taken by, it looks like Carroll. He's quick to play on though, across the face of the goals. The ball spills down, picked up here by Munro. Munro on the left foot, and a beautiful mark taken there by the St Patrick's player. Quick to play on. Here's the kick. No one in particular. Mark taken here by Brad Hicks, the captain. Play on is the call. Swings around on his right foot, and a great mark here taken by Wes Lord. And Lord will line up from goals, probably around about 25 metres out from goals. On a slight angle, you can see the umpire just putting him on an angle there. Distance shouldn't be a worry for Lord. Coming in, that's for his first. Corowa second. There's the kick on its way. It's a lovely looking kick off the boot. Not a problem about that one. Straight through the centre. So Lord gets his first, along with Warren Hornsey. And that helps the Corowa Rutherglen total. They've gone to 2 goals now. 2 goals, 6, which is 18 points. St Pat's still in front. They have 5-2-32. So a 14-point lead to St Pat's. We've played 13.5 minutes into the second term. Jacko with 3 for St Patrick's. Maiden and Kotzer 1 apiece. And as we mentioned, Lord and Hornsey, the sole goal kickers for the Corowa Rutherglen team. Craig Tyrrell, the coach from Corowa. Wayne Mills is the manager. I mentioned earlier on Peter Cross, the coach of the St Patrick's team. And Des Presnell is the manager there. This is the under-15's grand final. This is the second term. At the moment, St Patrick's leading, but Corowa Rutherglen coming back at them strongly in the second term. There's the ball gone back into the centre half forward area again for the Corowa team. They're going forward. Well, snatched out of the air there was Wesley. Grabbed the ball. Well done. Gets the ball to his teammate. They go along the central wing area up towards centre half forward. Overrunning the ball there was Todd Brown. Going through the pack there was Carroll. Carroll couldn't do much with it. Falling over there was Fonz. The ball kicked now as far as Gilson. Gilson goes off the ground. Good heady thinking there. Now Brown's about to pick up the ball deep in the pocket. That's out in the full. He was put under a lot of pressure there by the Rutherglen player and eventually out in the full. The free kick will be taken by Ferguson. It's the man to put the pressure on Todd Brown there. Brown was trying to put that back in towards the centre of the goal square. There's the kick by Ferguson. A beauty and a great mark taken there by Matthews. Matthews for Corowa. A tall lad. Kicks it towards the centre of the ground. Not a lot of options there. Flying was Telford. All dragged down without the ball there was Mills. Could have been a free kick. Play on was the call. Off the ground there goes Wallace for Corowa. Telford goes in again. And after the ball there was the player in Maiden for St Patrick's. Now ball up. Ordinary bounce. Falls down. Telford with the ball. Got shoved in the back. Goes in strongly Telford. Play on. Maiden gets a hand passed out. It's thumped in the air. Maiden again goes for the punch. Kotzer couldn't control it. Kicked off the ground here by Telford. But it's picked up here by Munro. Munro, and he's kicked it straight to the opposition player there for St Patrick's. In the back line, they try and clear it up towards the wing area. Nice grab, almost. Should have been paid to Carroll. And I think it will. Carroll takes a good grab. They had 2 or 3 bites of the cherry. Play on is the call, onto the central wing area, and a nice grab taken by St Patrick's there. Play on was the call. That was an ordinary decision by the umpire. Lloyd Fenn now clears it there for Rutherglen. Up in the direction there of Carroll. Nothing doing at the moment. Daly for Corowa. Was held without the ball. And in fact he's been penalised for holding the ball. Play on. Back towards the boundary line. 2 bites there was Brown, and a good mark taken indeed. Brown's got the ball now. Tries to clear St Patrick's out of the danger zone. They'd love a goal before half-time, and a sensational mark taken there in defence by Michael Carroll. Carroll now drives it up towards the centre half forward area. A big fly from the back was Maiden. Couldn't control it. Falls to the ground. Trying to push his way through there was Esses. Goes down now. Back towards the centre of the ground. Comes through, picked up here by Presnell. Presnell in the centre of the ground, tries to barge his way through. Gets a hand pass out to Maiden. Maiden got collared like the family dog. They click it clear now up towards the centre half forward area. The ball falls down, looking for the player there in O'Connor. O'Connor's pass it on. Here's Gilson running into an open goal. Kicks it along the ground, but it's good enough. And he kicks another one. Well, he's first, Gilson, and St Patrick's kicked yet another goal. St Patrick's have kicked a goal there. The score at the moment, we'll come up to it. Rutherglen 2 goals, 6-18, and St Patrick's 6 goals, 2, which is 38 points. So a 20-point lead in the dying stages of the second quarter here, into the 17-minute mark of the second term. So Jacker with 3, Gilson and Maiden and Kotzer with singles for St Patrick's, whilst for Rutherglen, George and Hornsey have 1 apiece. The ball about to come back into the centre of the ground again. 18 minutes into the second term. They've extended the lead back out to 20 points. Here's the bounce. Won by Rutherglen, tapped down. Up to the centre half forward area. They've got the numbers, especially at the back there with Hornsey. Hornsey unloads it to his teammate there in Wallace. Wallace fires it towards the goals. It's gone offline down towards the pocket area. Able to pick it up there was O'Donnell. He now clears the kick, but only as far as Lynham there. He can't pick it up. Nor can Wesley, and eventually it goes out of bounds for another throw-in. 19 minutes we've played in the second term. 20-point lead at St Patrick's. Kotzer doing the ruck work against Wallace. Kotzer gets the touchdown, but straight down to a Corowa player. Picked up by Hicks. Couldn't do so, couldn't quite pick it up. Now Hicks gets the ball, a kick towards the goals. It goes right across the face of the goals, and that'll go out in the full, and it's going to be a free kick to be taken by St Patrick's. Dying stages are here of the second term. Cameron will take the kick. Oh, it's offline, and the mark taken here by Hicks, the captain. Hicks now for Corowa. Siren due to go any tick of the clock. Hicks is going to go long. He kicks from 50. Right up there, but it's all St. Patrick's. They raffle it. And eventually the mark taken there by Presnell. Here's the kick. Mark taken by Brown. He dashes. Kicks it along the wing. And a good mark there taken by Maiden for St. Patrick's. Maiden with the ball. Could get 15 metres here. Played for it. Didn't come off. Maiden's kick in short. Finds Brown. Brown back to Maiden. Loves to gallop. Here's the kick getting close to the boundary line, but a good mark taken by Fonz. So Fonz has got the ball 55 metres out from the St. Pat's goal. St. Pat's goals are looking for a goal here in the later part of this term. Threads a hand pass out. Picked up here by Carroll. Carroll has a shot at the goals there. Still in play, right on the corner. It's thumped over the boundary line there. Well, still in play. Now, Jack off the ball. Hand pass, Turton, back to Jacker. Jacker for shot at the goals, but it goes straight to Craig Doig there for Corowa. He's going to clear it for the Roos. Out towards the 50-metre line there. Almost a big mark taken by Cross. Didn't quite get a hold of it. Now Corowa run out of the fence beautifully along the central wing area. And a pinpoint pass there. Taken right on the breadbasket by Hornsey. He plays on. There's plenty doing on the inside. Daly takes the mark. He plays on. Tries something fancy. It doesn't come off. Now the ball will be cleared for St. Pat's up towards the centre half forward area. Here's the ball falls down to Matthews. He has a kick, but the Siren beats him. And at the end of the first half, it's St. Patrick's in front. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. St. Pat's 6 goals to 38, leading Rutherglen 2 goals 6-18. A 20-point lead to the St. Patrick's team. But looking at the scoreboard, it indicates that they're going pretty easily at the moment, St. Patrick's. But really, not a great deal separating the two teams at the moment as far as possessions are concerned. 20-point leaders to St. Patrick's in the under-15 grand final for 1996. We'll take a break. Back shortly for the third term. Third quarter, if we can see, it's St. Patrick's leading by 20 points. 38 plays 18. 2-6, 18 to 6-2, 38. 20-point lead going into the third quarter here. Ball about to be bounced in the centre. Jacker has 3 for St. Patrick's. Lord has 1 for Corowa. Brown barges his way through the pack there. Gets it as far as Maiden. Maiden gets a quick hand pass to Cross, who's dragged down back towards the centre half forward area. The clearing kick by Corowa goes to the central wing area. So the ball out there at the moment, heading very close to the boundary line. In chase for the ball there is Presnell. They keep it in. Corowa's now got possession of the ball. Here's the kick. Falls short. Gilson traps it down. Oh, the St. Pat's player met heavily there. Picked up by Brown. Swings it around his left foot. Centre half forward area. There's plenty of St. Patrick's players there. Ball spills to the ground. About to be scooped up here by Maiden. Can't do so. Bales in there for Rutherglen. Maiden now gets the ball out. Hand pass to Jacker. And he throbs it through for a point. Well, I thought it was going through for a goal there for a moment. Jacker kicks a point though. I suppose he can miss sometimes. He's kicked 46 for the season. So, a 21-point lead now for the St. Patrick's team. Ball could kick back in. They could raffle it here. It was spoiled. Picked up by Presnell. Gets a hand pass to Maiden. He went for a hand pass, but it was smothered there by Munro. Ball about to come out. Picked up by Brown. He'll have a shot at goals. That looks good off the boot. Swings around, and that is a fantastic goal. A magnificent goal there, kicked by Brown, and that looked really good off the boot, and you could tell from the very word go it was going to sail through. So Brown kicks his first, Jacker with 3, and singles also to Gilson, Maiden and Kotzer, and they extend the lead to 27 points now. Let's have a look at the scoreboard. 7 goals 3, 45 to 2 goals 6, 18. 27-point leaders at the moment, St. Pat's. We've played, 2 minutes into the third term here. The ruck, one down by St. Pat's. Going in after the ball there was Carroll, overruns it. Picked up by St. Patrick's now across the central wing area. Maiden after the ball, met solidly there by Ferguson. Good bump, kicks it long. Looking for Lord, tries to tap it forward, but eventually goes off the player of Brent O'Donoghue and over the boundary line for a throw-in. 27-point leaders going into the third term. Have played 2.5 minutes. Todd Brown at the back of the pack there. Punch down, won by Corowa. The ball smothered off the boot there of Mills, and eventually they'll ball it up, I'd say. Yes, they will. The whistle is blown. A ball up. 27-point leader, St. Patrick's. Just over 3 minutes into the third term. There's a Lynham there for Corowa, number 15. Ball one down. Gilson, quick kick. Ball spills down, eventually over the boundary line for a throw-in. Hicks was the player there for Corowa, the captain. Lord and Hornsey are the 2 goal scorers for Corowa. Jacka has 3 for St. Patrick's. Of course, they won the under-13s earlier on. Corowa winning the under-14s. And at the moment, St. Patrick's set the score, but anything can happen. Ball spills down, looking for Wesley. It's cleared now, back towards the centre of the ground. Kick off the ground here by O'Connor. Looking for Fons, overruns it. Now Fons has got the ball, a quick kick out. Brown overruns the ball. They all jump on top of it, and again it'll be a boundary throw, not a boundary throw-in, but a ball up. This time right on the 50-metre line here for St. Patrick's. Brown taps it down to Maiden, picks it up nicely. He dodges and weaves, sells the hand pass. Here's the kick back, looking for the St. Patrick's player there in Kotzer. Can't pick him up. Jacket comes through the pack. He picks it up now, shoots. It's gone right across the face of goals though, and that is going to be out on the 4, I'd say. Looks like it's going to be, yes, it is out in the 4. It'll be a free kick to Def Letson, I think it is, number 8 over there. I think it is. Matt Def Letson with the ball. High kick. Without the ball caught there was O'Connor. Could have got a free kick. Play-on was the call. Hand pass to Turton, and they have spotted a free kick, and it's going to go to a Lynham. Number 15 here for Corowa. Kicks it long to the central wing area. No real flyers. Staying down there was Mills. Couldn't control it. And it's going to be a free kick. A push in the back here. And the free kick's going to go to McLean. McLean's got the ball in the central wing area. Spots someone to his left-hand side. He goes in short. And it's a pin point accuracy there. Mark taken by Luke Daly. Daly's got the ball. Heads back towards centre half forward area there. They've got the numbers. The big flag there came from Matthews. Couldn't control it. Crumbing was Mills. Mills kicks it. It goes straight up in the air. They'll punch the ball down. It comes back to Terra Firma once again. They jump on top of the ball. Surely a ball up here. Now it's cleared out. Picked up here. Trying to run through. There was McLean. And he's got to get a free kick here for too high. And McLean's going to take the free kick. That's Campbell McLean. And he's going to shoot from around about 25 metres out from goals. You can imagine a score coming up here for the Corowa team. They're badly beating a score. They're 27 points in arrears at the moment. 2-6 plays 7-3. So McLean from around about 25 metres out from goals. Here's the kick on its way. It's low. It won't make the distance. Punched away by St. Patrick's player there. Gilson just makes a bird of it and pushes over the boundary line for a throw-in. And Michael Carroll was the player there for St. Patrick's who had the first punch at the ball. Deep in the territory for Rutherglen though. There's the throw-in. O'Connor for St. Pat's. Going in strongly there was Telford. It's got the ball, has a kick, it's smothered off his boot. Gilson, gone for the safety of the boundary line. Keeps it in. Hand pass out there by Hicks. Looking for O'Donoghue. He swings it over the shoulder. Still in play. Here's a chance for the Corowa team. A snap over the shoulder there by Wes Lord. And went right across the face of the goals. It was punched and eventually over the boundary line for a throw-in. So Corowa still have a chance of scoring here. About 15 metres from their scoring area. Tapped down there by Matthews. Brown has the ball for St. Patrick's. He unloads. Wallace with the ball. Back to his teammate. Swing it across here. And a good mark taken by Matthews. An opportunity to score a goal here for the Corowa team. A badly needed goal. And will shoot from only about 15 to 20 metres out from goals. Adam Matthews pulling up the sock. and will shoot from 15 to 20 metres out on only a slight angle, virtually in front of the goals here. Matthews comes in. There's the kick on its way. That looks much better. And a goal, a much needed goal there for the Corowa team. Adam Matthews scoring his first. Wes Lord has one, and Warren Hornsey also has one goal. So a much needed goal there for the Corowa team. Very tall lad is Adam Matthews. They're now 3 goals 6, 24. St Patrick's 7 goals 3, 45. So still a 21-point lead. We've played 9 minutes into the third term here in the grand final. The ball back into the centre of the ground. Shortly we'll recommence. Nice strong mark there by Matthews, and a good goal, just topping it off as well. Here's the bounce down in the centre. Ball tapped down there for St Pat's by Carroll, and it's going to be a ball up virtually in the centre of the ground, between the centre of the ground and centre half ball for St Patrick's. Doing the ruck work there was O'Connor. Straight to the Corowa Rutherglen team though. They kick forward. Overrunning the ball there was Wesley. Ball comes out. Gilson tries to kick it off the ground. It was a fresh air swing. Corowa come out. They kick up towards centre half forward. An opportunity there for O'Donoghue, but it beats him and also Cameron over the boundary line for another throw in. Around about 50 metres out from the Corowa goals. And we've played just on 10 minutes in the third term. Ball punched down, picked up by McLean, has a shot towards the goal area there. Almost a mark taken by the player there, O'Donoghue. All dragged down there was Matthews, could have got one too high. Play on's the call. Lord's got the ball, he swings it back, a beautiful looking kick and a great goal for Wes Lord. That's his second, and Corowa Rutherglen coming back in the final stages of the third term here. They've now kicked 4 goals, and Wes Lord never looked like missing that. A snap from around about 20 metres out in front of goals, across his shoulder, and he speared it through. Great goal there to Wes Lord, a much needed goal for Corowa, who are now back in the hunt with only a 15-point difference here now. 4-6-30, 7-3, 45, 15 points of difference. And they've got out to, what, about 27 at one stage, so they've kicked the last 2, and now only 3 kicks in it, or a touch under 3 kicks. Back in the centre again. Another goal by Corowa would make this very interesting going into the final quarter. Gilson gets a quick kick. Goes forward. Picked up by Jack, who's a long way from goals at the moment. He's playing in the centre of the ground. Kotzer, he might be down in full forward now. He goes for the ball. So too does Maiden. Maiden was knocked over. Kicked off the ground there by Bales for Corowa. Very close to the boundary line. In fact, Bales will see it over for a boundary throw-in. Right on the 50-metre mark there for the St Patrick's team. At the moment, we'll be getting a little bit worried with Corowa kicking the last 2 goals. Throw in. Comes to ground. Corowa clear it. Back towards the centre half back area. And the safe mark held there by Turton, who unloads to Brown. Brown now kicks it deep into the territory. After the ball there is Maiden. Maiden chasing the ball, so to the Corowa player. He kicks it off the ground. Well done. He keeps it rolling along the ground and eventually will beat him and out of bounds for a boundary throw. But good play there by the player in Dale Rhodes, I think it was, number 23, to keep the ball rolling along the ground there because it was in their danger zone there at one stage. And Ian Maiden's got plenty of pace as well. Looked like picking up the ball and having a shot at goals. But it's out of bounds. There's the throw in. Doing the ruck work there was Carroll. Carroll gets the ball down, but straight to a Corowa player. They clear the ball down to the central wing area once again. Chasing the ball there nicely was Lord. Lord's got the ball. He's kicked 2 goals. He was tackled too slow. He got rid of it. The player down here, the St Patrick's player, Wesley's down. He is hurt. He's done something to his wrist, I dare say. Let's hope he's okay. The game continues. The ball goes down to full forward area, and a mark taken here. I'd say it was Matthews. Matthews has got the mark. Let's see how Wesley is. He's not well. It looks like a wrist. He's favouring that right wrist of his. Let's hope there's no major damage to it. But he really did come down heavy on that when he tackled Wes Lord. And he doesn't look 100% going off the ground there. Meanwhile, Matthews is lining up for his second. He's going to kick from 40 metres, 45 metres out. So it's going to be a long kick. There's the kick. It's a beauty. A great goal there by Adam Matthews. He's kicked it from 46 metres out and it's sailed through for a goal. So Corowa coming back here in the third term of the grand final. We've played around about 13 minutes and it's really starting to narrow the scores here. That was a sensational kick by Adam Matthews. That's his second. Lord's kicked 2 and Warren Hornsey with 1. But he's kicked that from 46 metres and the difference now only 9 points. We'll try and get a report on Wesley there, Brendan Wesley, see how it is. He was favouring that right wrist though after that tackle on Wes Lord. Ball back in the centre. Punch down. Out towards the central wing area, and the free kick here given to the St Patrick's player, Cross. Cross wants to play on. He goes long and trajectory, low kick up towards the full forward there. Overrunning the ball there was not Carroll, that was O'Rourke. The ball spears to the ground. O'Rourke still in after the ball. Corowa have the numbers. They should be able to do something here. Picked up eventually by Mills. Mills tries to clear it, but he goes only as far as Turton, and Turton takes the mark. He's probably within kicking distance too. He's around about 35 metres out from goals. Make it 37. So Turton with a chance to kick his first. Here's the kick on its way. Oh, the accuracy's there, the distance is there, it's all there. That's a great goal. Justin Turton kicks his first, just what St Patrick's needed, because Corowa got within 9 points there and have now stretched the lead back out to 15 points. Much needed goal there by the St Patrick's team. So at the moment it's warming up to be a very good finish. 5-6-36 plays 8-3. 51. So what, 15 points is the margin at the moment, and we've played 14 and a half minutes into this third term. There's the punch by Kotzer. Makes 20 or 30 metres, it's still bouncing. A big fist of it back to the Corowa player there. Picked up here nicely by Hicks, the captain. He goes out to the central wing area. Not a lot doing out there for the Corowa team. In fact, he's chased his own kick there, Hicks. Hicks with the ball. His opposite number in Esses goes after him. Now, Maiden off the ground. Kicks it along, looking for his teammate there in O'Connor. O'Connor can't pick it up there. Over there for Corowa is Fenn. The ball kept in play. It's Fenn with the ball. Not Fenn, rather, there. It was Bales. Copman a little bit high. Play on was the call. Brown barges his way through the pack. He puts it on his left foot. Kicks it back towards the players at the centre half forward area. But a mark taken in defence by Corowa. Going back towards cross goals there. It could be dangerous. And a great mark taken by Joshua Cross. I don't know whether he hung on to it, but he might have. I took my eye off it there for a tick, but it was a magnificent leap, and Cross has taken the mark, and he will shoot from 25 metres out on a slight angle. At the same position where Justin Turner only moments ago, Turton kicked his goal. So Cross going for his first. Here's the kick. Swings back to the left, and it'll sneak home. Great kick. Joshua Cross kicks his first, and well, after Corowa kicking 2 or 3 quick ones, St Patrick's have supplied, have come back with 2 quick ones themselves. So 57 plays 36. It's back out to 21 points now. But still anyone's game, really. And we've played around about 17 minutes, 16 and a half minutes in the third term. Goals to Brown, Cross, Turton, 3 to Jacker, 1 to Gilson, Maiden and Kotzer for St Patrick's, 2 for Lord and Matthews for Corowa, and Hornsey has a single. So they're sharing the ball around a bit here. Kotzer, a big punch. Thumps at 30 metres. Turton out after the ball, picked up by Gilson. Gilson gets the left footer, looking for Brown. Can't find him. Rutherglen have the numbers, getting close to the boundary line. It's still in play, eventually forced over there by the player in Rhodes for Rutherglen. On the central wing area below the broadcast box, there's Gilson. For the St Patrick's team, number 17. Ball comes down. Kotzer out to Gilson. Taps it on. Straight to the player there in Reynolds, and they for Rutherglen. They come back, and a good grab by Mills. Not paid. Play on is the call. Kotzer in there for St Patrick's. So too Maiden. He's been in everything at the moment. Kicks it, he tries to punch it out there. Gilson over the top. So too Cross. Cross gets it out. Pushed out there by O'Connor. Now Corowa clear the ball to the central wing area. No mark taken. Play on is the call. Dodd has the ball. Hand passes it though, straight to Lord. Lord straight down to the full forward area. Almost a mark taken by Matthews. Play on. Lynham kicks it off the ground. He's in chase with the ball with Telford. Telford though, with plenty of pace, gets there and pushes it over the boundary line. Lynham makes a desperate lunge towards the ball, but can't quite get there. The ball beats him over the line. It'll be a throw-in, and good play there by Telford for the St Patrick's team. A throw-in deep in Rutherglen's territory. We've played about 18 minutes into the third term. Only a couple of minutes left in this quarter. The ball about to be thrown in. Matthews will do the ruck work for Corowa. Does so, but he's pushed the player in the back. He's opposite his opponent there, and it's going to be a St Patrick's free kick. Gives a chance for St Pat's to clear the ball out of the danger zone. Kick to the main and the mark. Play on is the call, and the ball's going to go out of the bounds for another throw-in. Only a minute or so left in the third term here. Kotzer at the back, gets the touchdown. Lynham there for Rutherglen, so too Lord. Lord snaps it over his shoulder, but the mark is taken in defence by St Patrick's right on the goal area. Ben Cameron was the player there. There's the kick back in. Picked up by McLean. McLean looks for a short one. There's Dodd. Lynham. Hand pass. Goes nowhere. Thumped down there by Telford. Picked up by Lynham. Here's a chance for the Roos. Straight for the centre. So Lynham gets his first and a much needed goal before the three-quarter break. Tim Lynham for Rutherglen, and he lined up the sticks from around about 15 metres out and put it straight through. So let's have a look at the scoreboard. 6-6 plays 9-3, so 42 plays 57, so a 15-point lead, still only 3 kicks in it, and St Patrick's lead in the dying stages of the third term. This is going to be a fantastic finish here in the under-14s. St Pat's for the moment still holding on to a 15-point lead. Kotzer, the big punch. He's done very well in ruck this afternoon. There's the ball. It's gone down to the centre half forward area. Brown picks it up. Looks for Maiden. No, it's Fonz. Fonz gets his ball into the boot. This looks all right. Which way is it going to bounce? It bounces the wrong way for Fonz. And the ball picked up by Anderson. He's quite content to take it through for a point. 16 points the difference now. There's the siren to end the third quarter. 6-7-42, Rutherglen, St Pat's 9-3, 58, a 16-point lead. And the goal scorers, St Patrick's, Brown 1, singles to also to Cross, Turton, Gilson, Maiden and Kotzer. They've really shared the ball around, haven't they? Jacka's got 3, taking his season tally to 46. Whilst for Rutherglen, they had a very good quarter then. Matthews with 2 goals, Lord with 2, Lynham kicking 1, and Hornsey also 1 goal. So that's the score going into the final term here. 16 points is the difference. We'll take a break and back shortly for the final quarter of the under-15 grand final. Well, welcome back to the final term here, the under-15 grand final between St Patrick's and Corowa. At the moment, a 16-point lead to St Patrick's. Corowa really came back at St Patrick's in that third term. There's the bounce. Kotzer hits the ball down. Going through there solidly was Mills for Corowa. And he goes as far as St Patrick's, one of their players though, and they kick the ball back out again. Mark taken here by Maiden. He's been one of the best on the ground. Kicks the ball up there, looking for Brown, overruns it. Brown passes to Fonz, back to Brown. Brown for hand pass, a swooping hand pass. Tries to find the player there in Jacka. Couldn't take the mark. Fonz off the ground. It's getting desperately close to the goal square here for St Patrick's. The ball comes down to Corowa player. He's pushed in the back. Should have been a free kick. Not paid. Play on was the call. The kick there by the St Patrick's player. Here's Brown for chances. Might beat them over the boundary line. No, it's kept in. Eventually running away with the ball there was Mills for Corowa. Mills gets it out of the danger zone. Kicks onto the central wing area. In chase after the ball was Munro. Oh, hasn't he got some dash? Munro has 1 bounce, goes for a gallop in the paddock. He kicks it long. Oh, and nearly a huge mark taken there by Cameron. He didn't quite pull it off. It would have been an absolute bottler. The ball comes to ground. There's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way of the Rutherglen team there, and O'Donoghue. O'Donoghue's got the ball. He got high there, Ben Cameron. But the kick is ill-directed, straight down the throat of Kotzer. Kotzer's been very good in ruck and in defence. He's played a very good game. Kicks the ball, finds the mark in Esses. He's also kicked a goal, Kotzer. He's been very good for the St Patrick's team. Play on the call now. He goes to play on there. and that is S's. The ball kicked along the ground, out towards the central wing area. Munro out there for Corowa. Oh, grab without the ball there was Dodd. It should have been a free kick. In fact, there's going to be for around the ankles there when he didn't have the ball. Play on the call. Kick back towards the centre. They fly up high there. That was Joshua Cross. The ball eventually picked up by Ferguson for Corowa. He finds his mark. He kicks up now towards centre half forward. Anything doing up there, but at the moment it's all St Patrick's, and the mark taken by O'Donnell. Michael O'Donnell now kicks it out towards the wing area. There's plenty of room out there for the players. It looks like Telford there gets a quick kick in. He regains his feet. He now has another go at it. He kicks it up towards the central wing. He was pushed after he kicked it, and it's going to be a kick free out down the ground here, and it might go to Maiden. No, it's not. It's going to go to number 38, Daniel Guy. So Guy, with one of his first kicks for the day, has got the ball below the broadcast area here on the central ring. He goes in short, and he finds Maiden. Maiden's quick to play on. He goes to Esses. Esses is dragged down. A dropping ball, there's a decision, and a free kick to Corowa. Play on now. And they've got plenty of numbers on the inside here. Daly with the ball, goes to the centre wing area. He kicks the ball, but it goes straight down towards the St Pat's player there in Presnell. Presnell looking for Brown. It went right over the top of his head. Ball now with Bales. Brown in there again, just going through the packs. Tries to push it out, can't do so. In there is Kotzer. Gilson tries to get it. Kotzer comes out with the ball. He runs through the pack. He kicks it onto his right foot, but only as far there as McLean. McLean for Cora kicks it back, but it goes straight back in turn to Presnell for St Patrick's. Just holding things up. Presnell puts in a short pass here. He looks for Cross, finds the target. He puts it around to his right foot onto the central wing area. Out there to meet it there was Guy. Guy copped the solid bump. Well done, Guy. He's got the ball. Hand pass to a teammate. He kicks it along there, looking for Maiden. Maiden's got plenty of pace. Shovels it out. It hits Guy there in the face. Play on is the call. The ball comes down out of Carroll. Carroll gets the kick, the centre half forward. Off the ground goes St Patrick's. They're only 25 metres out from goals. And here is Jacker. Jacker's got the ball. He's dragged down. Can't control it. Kick off the ground by Fonz. But eventually it's going to go out of bounds. Well done there by Daniel Guy in the 38 jumper. Only a little fellow, he showed a lot of heart there. Maiden jumps high in there, plucks it out of the air, has a fresh air swing, doesn't go far. Corowa come out of defence there. The kick was very ordinary. Out towards Brown, keeps it in play. Now eventually it's dragged over the boundary line, and it's going to be a boundary throw. And that was the captain, Brad Hicks, of the Rutherglen side, number 22. Brown's been very good, so too the man in the background there, Maiden. Punched down there by Carroll. Gilson's been good also, and it's going to go for another boundary throw. This time in front of the grandstand, right on the 50-metre mark there. There's Gilson, 17 for St Patrick's. Throw it in. Ball comes to the back of the pack there. Reynoldson tries to clear it for Corowa. And once again it's going to go out of bounds. This time a little bit closer to the goals, probably only 15 to 20 metres away from the goal scoring area there. You can see the crowd building up. Very good crowd in attendance here this afternoon. Ball about to come back into play. Oh, they raffled it almost. It's plucked out by Corowa. There's the kick. Brown over the back, couldn't take the mark. Coming through quickly there was Hicks. Called the ball there, holding the ball, and eventually they will be rewarded, the St Patrick's team. And it's going to go to Fonz, I thought it was. No, it's going to be taken here by Esses. So Esses has got the free kick, or has he? He has. Now he's going to kick right on the 50-metre line. Won't make the distance, but he's going to go as long as he can. There's the kick. It's a nice kick. A lot of air underneath it there. Opportunity for the taller players to come through. Gilson's there. So too for St Patrick was Carroll. Carroll kicks one straight up in the air. Didn't go 5 metres even. They all fall on the ball. Eventually picked up here by Cross. Cross has a shot at goals. Almost went through. It was touched. In fact, it hit the post. And it's 1 point. Almost threaded that through Cross. There would have been a beautiful goal. Cross has already kicked one this afternoon. So, in the last term, we've played about 7 minutes. And just extending their lead at the moment is St Patrick's, 9-5 to 6-6. Corowa's got the ball though. Centre half back area. Back into the centre of the ground. Dodd gets the ball. Esses. Going in there was Guy. Ball comes out. They've got the numbers there though. Corowa, that's Lord. Quick kick, only as far as one of the St Patrick's players who kicks it back into the centre of the ground, and a good courageous mark taken there by Dustin Mills. 17 points to the margin, 3 kicks in it. Mills goes across the centre of the ground. That was smothered off the boot. Play on is the call. Corowa do have the possession of the ball. Coming across the centre of the field, up towards the half-forward flank area there. Where's Lord over the top? Couldn't control it. Got tripped. Getting the ball there was Telford. Now gets it across his shoulder. And a beautiful mark. Oh, should have been taken there by Cross. He dropped it. He was in the best position. Gilson, the handball across to Brown. That's good play there. Brown slams one in towards Jacker. Couldn't hold the ball. Picked up by Fenn. Good roving work there. Back in towards the centre of the ground it goes. The kick is cleared right into the centre of the ground, almost up the centre half-forward area. Here's the captain, Brad Hicks. They desperately need him to kick a goal in towards full forward. And a great mark taken by Adam Matthews. Matthews has already kicked 2. He's only, 20 metres out from goals, maybe 25 at the maximum. He's just about right in front and really should put this one through. We've played only 8 minutes in the final term, so there is still time there for the Rutherglen team. Comes in. Oh, it looked awkward off the boot. In fact, he sprayed it to the left-hand side, and it's through for a point where they needed that, really. Matthews has kicked 3. Himself and Carl Jacker, the 2 leading goal scorers today so far. 3 apiece. Jacker for St Patrick's, and Matthews for the Rutherglen team. There's the kick out by St Pat's. Out to the pocket. Brown, he's been everywhere really. One of the best on the ground. Hasn't got the ball and will be paid the free kick. Played for it and was rewarded the free kick. So Brown just looking for someone up forward. He's going to go long, I'd say. Close to the boundary line, just hugging it. At the back, a good grab. Taken by Ferguson. Not paid. It should have been paid. Gets the hand pass out to Daly from Bales. Ball comes back, almost taken by Presnell. Picked up here by Hicks. Hicks gives it to his teammate now in McLean. McLean has a bounce. He tries to squeeze it through. Here's a goal coming up for Lynham. And well done to the Rutherglen team there. And they're still within striking distance. Brad Hicks set that one up, really. But great team combination there. And Lynham was able to top it off with a goal. So Lynham's got himself a couple there. Matthews has 3. Lord has 2. And Hornsey has 1. And now with only 11 points to difference, I'd say. 10 points of difference in actual fact. 49 plays 59, 10 points. There's 2 kicks in it in the final term here in the under-15 grand final. We've played 10 minutes into the final term. Still 10 to go. 10 points of difference. Who knows? They might get up Rutherglen. St Pat's, though, have the leader. Back in the centre. Be interesting if Corowa could get the next goal. Punched down there by Wallace. Going through was Lord, who's been very effective for them today. Wallace goes through, follows up, couldn't pick it up. It's eventually picked up by St Patrick's. Oh, here's Brown by himself almost, and a beautiful mark over the back was Ferguson. He had the sit on him. Ferguson's taken a beautiful mark over the back. He's quick to play on, and a nice grab taken by the Corowa player there. Hornsey now with the ball, drives it forward. Telford there with Lynham, who kicked the last goal. Ball just over the boundary, and it'll be a throw-in. They're round about, 35 metres away from the scoring end there of the Rutherglen team. 10 points the difference. Still about 9 minutes remaining in the game. Kotzer tries to juggle it, can't do so. Lord from the boundary line. This looks great. That's a goal. It's a beauty. Lord has kicked it from an impossible angle. Left foot, threaded it through. That is the goal of the day. And I tell you what, that could be just the lift that Rutherglen need. That was a beauty. Wes Lord from the boundary line. Thank you very much. He's kicked his 3rd. And the scoreline now sees it only 4 points the difference. Corowa really coming back at St Patrick's here. We're just over halfway through the final term, about 8.5 minutes left to go. You can see a few of the officials from the St Patrick's team, they're just reaching for the cigarettes. Wouldn't mind one myself. Here's the bounce down. Kotzer with a favourable bounce, picks it up. Hand passes. Intercepted beautifully there, though, by the player in Munro. Munro off the ground, making valuable ground for the Corowa team. Still he goes. Oh, coming through there solidly was the St Patrick's fellow. He clears it for them. And a good mark taken here on the central wing area by Cross. Joshua Cross with the ball now. Just trying to slow things down at the moment. 4-point lead to St Pat's. Brown for good mark. One of the best on ground for sure. Brown now goes long to centre half forward area. Back down to the ground again. Rutherglen desperately looking for a goal here in the final stages of this game. Picked up there by Conroy. He gets the hand pass out, finds Daly. Daly ambles along the boundary line there. Here's the kick towards the goals. There's not much in it. This could be through. It is. Daly's kicked one from right on the boundary line, as good as Lord's. And they have hit the front. They're storming home. They have hit the front. They're 2-point leaders now. 9-7, 61. St Patrick's 9-5. And that is 59. With St Patrick's leading by 15 points coming into the final exchange. And Corowa have really come at them strongly. Daly kicks his first. Now the question is, can Corowa go on with it, or can St Patrick's fight back? We've got a ball game on our hands here. In the dying stages of the game. We've got about 6 minutes left in the game. There's young Wesley walking past with his right arm in a sling there. More than likely a point. Received the handball from Carroll there. So a point to Gilson. 1 point the difference. 61 plays 60. 61 plays 60, and we have got a ball game on our hand here. Here's the kick out by Anderson. He finds the target in Hicks. Hicks, the captain, really starting to lift his team. A long kick over to the central wing area. Munro over there. The ball beats into the boundary line for another throw in. 1 point the difference. Corowa lead by a point. They led by 15. St Pat's going into the final term, and they've come at them real hard. The ball about to be thrown in once again. There's Kotzer at the back for St Patrick's, doing the ruck work there against Wallace. The ball comes down, picked up by Fenn. Fenn gets a hand pass out to no one in particular. The ball is kicked off the ground. Corowa going in desperately now. They can sense victory. Lord picks it up. He's been an instigator for the team. He's done very well with 3 goals. Here's the kick. It goes up to the forward area. Diving on it there was Matthews. Matthews with the ball. Still play on. It's still down there. And eventually it'll be a bounce down right on the 50-metre mark. Corowa Rutherglen just hanging on to a 1-point lead here at the moment. In an exciting match. 61 plays 60. Corowa Rutherglen 1 point in front. The lead got out to about 28 points at one stage, or 21 at least, as the ball is kicked out wide there. Here's going under the ball is Hicks, the captain. He dashes around the wing, kicks it up towards the centre half forward area, but a good mark taken in defence there by Cameron. He's been solid today, needs to get the ball moving quickly though. Here he goes, the long kick, hugs the boundary line along the central wing area, and a mark taken in front there by Ferguson. Damon Ferguson, number 18 for Corowa, goes forward, looks for a teammate up there forward. Oh, and a one-hander almost taken here by Matthews. Play on was the call, it was touched. In goes Telford for St Patrick's, and another ball up. Right on the 50-metre line here for Corowa Rutherglen. They'll be looking to seal it. St Patrick's will be looking to send it down the other end. Ball comes down. And it'll be another throw, bounce down here. Once again on the 50-metre mark. Let's have a look at how much time they've got left. We've played 16 minutes almost in the quarter. 4 minutes remaining to go. Still time to go either way, really. Here's the bounce down. Kotzer does well, bursts through the pack, gets the foot on the ball there. Gilson couldn't hang on to it. It goes downfield, picked up there by Reynoldson. It kicks it on the ground, but only as far as Brown. Brown clears it for St Patrick's, looking for Gilson. It should sit up for him. It does. He gets the hand pass back to Brown. Brown puts it on the left foot there, up towards the centre half forward area. Who's home? Here's Jacker. He's kicked 46 for the season. He has a bounce. Here he comes, Jacker, and he drills it. A magnificent goal. Have hit the front again. Well, that'll lift his team. He's kicked 47 for the season now. He ran through the pack, had a bounce, ran inside about 30 metres out, and he put it through. And Daniel Guy did the shepherding too there. Well done to Daniel, probably the smallest player on the ground. St Pat's have come back. They've hit the front. 5-point game here at the moment. 66 plays 61. We've played 17 minutes in the final term. 3 to go. Well, if that hasn't lifted the team, nothing will. Kotzer bursting through the pack. He's kicked his 47th for the season. They'll carry him off the ground if they get up to score St. Pat's. Kotzer knocks it down as far as Cross. Cross gets the boot out there, looking for O'Rourke. He gets an unfavourable bounce. Still he's in there looking after it there. Lloyd Fenn kicks it off the ground. Now it's the Rutherglen team able to kick it out of defence up towards the centre half forward area, but only as far as Michael O'Donnell there in the back liner. O'Donnell kicks it to Brown. He's played a beautiful game, Brown. Along the boundary line he hugs, looking for the player there in Turton. It goes over his head. It comes down, almost picked up by Bales. Oh, ripped off the ball. There was Gilson. He never had it. Back to Brown. Brown hugs the boundary line. He gets an awkward bounce. The Rutherglen player there coming in to meet it was Carroll. They can't kick the ball up, and eventually it's going to be a free kick, and it's going to go the way of St. Patrick's. They're right on the 50-metre mark, and he leads up front. Where's Kotzer? Here's the mark. Oh, flying high was made and couldn't control it. It comes back down to the ground, and it's right in front of the goal-scoring area here for St. Patrick's. Time running out. There must be only, 90 seconds, 2 minutes left at the most. 5-point lead to St. Patrick's. They'll be trying to hold it up. Squeezing one out was Carroll. The mark is taken here there by O'Connor. They're home, the Paddy boys. O'Connor kicks his first. Well done by Michael Carroll. He squeezed one out to O'Connor, and O'Connor has sealed it for the St. Patrick's team. Much to the pleasure of the bench area here for the St. Patrick's team. And now 11-point lead. Well, who would have thought that? Only moments ago, it was a lead of a couple of points to Corowa. But now the margin has stretched out to 11 points. 9-7 Corowa, 61 St. Patrick's, 11-6, 72. Yes, we're in the dying moments here. Probably 60 seconds left in the game. Unfortunately for Rutherglen, who had a real hot go there in the third quarter in the opening minutes of the final term. They've done a fantastic job. They were 21 points down at one stage, and they got to a 3-point lead. So, look, they've really been gallant in defeat. St. Patrick's fighting back in the end there. They lead now by 11. Going forward there. The ball was smothered off the boot of Hicks. Comes forward now, picked up by Daly. Up towards the full forward area, but St. Patrick's take the mark. Across the face of goals they go. Looking for Brown. He has been the best on ground. I don't worry about that. By far, Brown dribbles one towards the boundary line. It's a well-weighted kick. And he finds exactly what he was looking for, the boundary line, and there'll be a boundary throw in. Shouldn't say he's the best on ground, but he has been one of the best players. It's been a very good performance by the whole team of St. Patrick's. It really has. The ball now picked up by Matthews, kicks the ball out. Couldn't quite take the mark there was the St. Patrick's player. Dodd gets the ball. Should be a free kick there. Play on, doesn't matter. The siren has gone, and St. Patrick's are victors in the under-15 grand final by 11 points. Who would have thought that with 4 or 5 minutes to go, but they've got up to win by 11 points. 11-6, 72. St. Patrick's, Rutherglen, 9 goals, 7, 61, 11 points. Let's look at the goal scorers here for St. Patrick's. Jacker kicked 4, singles to Brown, Cross, Turton, O'Connor, Gilson, Maiden and Kotzer. And whilst for Rutherglen, 3 goals to Matthews, also Lord, 2 to Lynham and 1 to Luke Daly and also Warren Hornsey. The final score, 11-6, 72 St. Patrick's, 9-7, 61 Rutherglen at the completion of the 1996 under-15 Albury Wodonga Grand Final. Very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. There you go.